Welcome, welcome. Our first webcast back for the year. We're excited to be here. Our jean jacket is Carol's jacket is our pattern of the month, number 900. And we're going to talk all things jacket. We're going to try to make them easy. I think they're so much fun. Clearly, I've made several. I'll show you different fabrics, different ways. The goal is to get you excited so that you just run into that sewing room and just chop, chop, chop and sew, sew, sew. All right, that's our goal. So welcome. 2023. Who'd have thunk, you know? I remember back in 2020 when it was turning 2000, the year 2000, we thought that everything was going to shut down. Everything was going to shut down. The computers were going to shut down. Everything was going to shut down. And here we are 23 years later, nothing happened. But that's good news. That's all good news. Okay, so as always, ask questions, topic related. So, for those of you who weren't able to be there last Thursday, we've started a new little format called So What? W-A-T-T. W-A-A-T. W-A-T-T, what? Like a light bulb. So we get ideas. So that will be on Thursday nights, every other Thursday night. We started it last Thursday, but again, this Thursday, we're going to do questions and answers. Because what I want to do is the questions and answers to fall after the webcast so that you don't feel like we're ignoring the questions, you get those questions. So there'll be a webcast Tuesday night. Then the following Thursday, there'll be the Q&As asked by you guys. You should come prepared for Q&As. Like, that's your time. It's only 20 minutes. 8 o'clock, 8:20, I just, sit in my office and do it. Then the following Thursday, we'll do a Let's Sew. But Let's Sew, I've already done a part of it because I'm getting my ideas from the questions you all are asking, because by you asking questions, I'm clearly getting what you're not. I'm clearly understanding where you're getting confused. So the goal is to, clarify and to hopefully make it easier for you to where it's just crystal. All right, and so this Thursday will be the So What? Light bulb, light bulb. Okay, so is the jacket pattern in the mail yet? So just in case for many of you who don't read, which I've decided is almost 100% of us, the PoM Club, if you are in the PoM Club, as it stated, the pattern is mailed on the 10th of each month, which was today, and all the PoMs were mailed out today. Typically, we will not put the PoM in the beginning of the month because we know you want to have that pattern. We know you want to have worked with it. We get all of that. So typically, we'll do the PoM webcast on the second webcast of the month. The only problem is with January, the second webcast of the month is our new patterns. It's the release of our new patterns. It's very traditional, and you all know I'm very traditional. We can't break that. And so 2 weeks from tonight, we will release our new patterns and we'll do our spring forecast. So we had to put the PoM for January, the first one, and I feel bad because you don't have your pattern. And I think that's a bummer, but they did mail out today, and you should have them in a couple days. I know, our international customers, it takes a little while longer, but everything went out today. Just along the PoM Club, it's closed for 2023. But those, just so you know, you're allowed 3 substitutions during the 12 months. This 12 months, what we're going to do is we're going to do a wardrobe selection. So all the patterns really will go together to make a wardrobe. That's always been my goal in the PoM Club, but especially this goal, especially with our new class coming up. We've got a new class on wardrobe building and figure types and closet cleaning and all that kind of stuff the end of February, and I'm very excited about that class, and everybody should be in it so that we don't have to keep answering the same questions. Did you add length to the leather jacket behind you? Yes. Yes. I'm going to tell you how I did that. Oh, how did you? I'm sorry, I missed the first part of that question. Okay, let's get started. Obviously, you don't want to hear about all this stuff, so we'll just get right started, and we'll start with the leather one. Why not? It's not the order of the pictures, though. You'll have to go to, and we are going to do a giveaway a little bit later on in the middle at 8:30. We'll do a giveaway, and I'm sorry, I know there's time changes, but halfway through we'll do a giveaway. And we're going to give away, this is a jean jacket, but it's the asymmetrical jean jacket, the 914 and the 314, they come as a pair. We're going to give away both of those. So one drawing, but 2 patterns. And so just make sure you're signed in. That's the only reason I'm telling you. Okay, so let's go to the third picture. The third picture. So we have these beautiful skins, Toscana skins. And I really like, you know, and having to unpack them, they're just stunning. They're just really, really beautiful. So I decided I really wanted to make a jean jacket out of it. But in looking at all these jean jackets, I really came across this one. This is Ralph Lauren, I believe. And I just love it. Like, I loved that length. And you can see, obviously, I don't want the pockets on my hips. But I could just, all it was that added length. So I got to thinking, and I'll show you what I did. Because, I mean, you can do it many ways, obviously. But I'll tell you why I did what I did. What's the fabric number of the jean jacket you're wearing tonight? Too many questions. 5961. 5961 is the jean jacket I'm wearing. This is 6067. All right, so the reason I chose, so what I did is I took 900, and that's the jean jacket pattern. And then what I did is I mixed it with 920. And the reason I mixed it with 920 is 920 has a waistband, and so you can really easily, it has waist markings, you can easily identify what's below the waist. And what I really like about 920 when I wear it, every time I wear it, I love how the back is longer and lower than the front, like it curves to the back. So if you look at this, what I did, sorry, there's a couple just lint on there, is I curved it like the back of 920. So I used the bottom of 920 for the back and the side here to make the longer jacket. And you can see this is the waist. All I did was attach it to the jean jacket, so it's not a big deal. But it does take up probably at least 2 yards if you're doing fabric more. And it took me 3 more skins because the jean jacket really would have only taken 6 skins, but this took me 9 skins because I just really wanted that longer coat. I know that when I see the coats that I see, and I'm in love with this coat, can I just tell you that? I don't see them, I mean, you see a lot short. I'm going to show you plenty of pictures and you see them short. If you search for even fur jean jackets or suede jean jackets, they're all short. But I really wanted just a little extra length on it, kind of car coat length-ish. And so I went ahead and added that. But that's where I got it from. I got it from 920. I loved how it was longer in the back when I wear that jacket. I just love that jacket. So that's why I did that. So I did add length. And it's probably, I guess I should measure. I don't know how much length that is. Maybe 12 inches. I added 12 inches. But if you're going by skins, you know, like I did 1 skin for these 2 fronts. So I kind of made it fit the skin so that I could get both of them out of 1 skin. And then the back is a skin and the other back is a skin. I had to use 2 skins to do the back because that back piece is longer at the bottom. You can see that. Anyway, oh, and I love it. This is the yellow, and I fell in love with the color of the suede. And all the fur's inside, but I even like the fur inside. I just love it. I just can't say enough about it. I just really like it. Okay, so that's, again, the skin is 6067, but you see we have all those skins. I used 9. To make this one, I used 9. I used 900 at the top. I used 920 at the bottom. And I was going to just talk a little bit about cutting the fur, simply because you can see that when you do this, like on the sleeve, for instance, you eliminate the cuff. So you don't have the cuff of the jean jacket. You just want to cut the sleeve like the width of the cuff longer and a little narrower because the cuff on the normal jean jacket, you can see there's a couple gathers that gather into the cuff. So you don't need it as wide as what it is when it goes into a cuff because you have no cuff to gather it in. So cut it like 2 inches longer, and you can see that the fur hangs down from the suede. So if you cut through all the layers, that will not be what you want. It will look like a really badly haircut lamb. So when you cut it, all you have to do is take your scissors. I know I'm making a mess, but take your scissors and just slide it right under the skin. And you can see that when you pull it away, all of this, the hair now goes over the edge. So there's no hemming involved. The front, there's no hemming involved. It's all just raw edges. I chose to top stitch, but you don't need to do that. It's one layer of collar, and you sew the right side of the collar to the wrong side of the jacket, and then you flip it out. Or you could do it another way. I mean, you guys, it's all styling, and there's a lot of options out there. It's really easy. If you make it too long, you can just cut it off. You want your cutting to be straight. If it's not, you can come back and just slightly trim. You just trim the leather and not the hair. The hair will go with the leather. And it's beautiful. I'm telling you, and it's so warm. We're kind of warm today. We're in the 70s today. And earlier I was kind of showing someone and I put it on and I was like overheated in 2 seconds. It was so hot. But I'm so excited because I have to go to cold weather and I'm so excited to have this coat. I'm like a little kid in a candy store. I've seen them for so long. I've gone up to cold weather climates and where they go skiing and everyone has these beautiful long coats and I have one now. And these are not cheap. They're I know I've showed some pictures. They're $20,000, $10,000. They're very, very expensive. So the good news is we get to make one now. Okay. Oops, my hair. Sorry. I'll lower the mic, so we should be good. Okay. We'll see if that works. Thanks, you guys. Sorry. Okay. Did you make one with the blue faux leather? No, I didn't. There's some beautiful colors. Oh, the blue faux leather. Oh, sorry. No, well, this is a weird thing. This is real leather. And when I make a jacket, I always leave a problem. I leave a hole somewhere. I leave a flaw somewhere so people really know it's leather. Because a lot of people, when I wear this, they don't think it's real leather. And you can see it's suede on the inside. But I didn't make one with that navy blue leather. That navy blue faux leather is just stunning. It looks, I swear, when I had it in the store, the navy blue leather, and that lighter color too, it looks just like this. And this is real and that's faux. So it's incredible how good that faux leather is. It's really beautiful. Okay, what kind of fur? This is lamb, sheep. Sheep and lamb are the same thing, I think. Yeah, this is Tuscan sheep. All right. Do you have to shave the fur at the seam allowances? No, I didn't. The fur is really easy to sew through. So because I wanted the suede side to be the right side, when you put the suede together, I just move the fur out of the way and just go right through the It's sewed really easily. I definitely was a little nervous, because what I did is I did the back first because I don't know why. I just did the back first. I just felt like I would kind of get a handle, and it sewed up so quickly. I thought, oh my, this is really easy. And it just sewed together. It just sewed really easily and did the top stitching and stuff. And the back was so pretty. It just really motivated me to get the rest done. So it was fun. It was really fun. Is the collar on the fur jacket just one layer? Yes. Yes. So this is just, I put a pin in here just to kind of train it a little bit, but we'll take that out. Yeah. So you can wear it up and the fur can go up like that. So there's a seam right there. So you sew the right side, so that's the suede side, to the fur side, which is the wrong side, and then it just flips right out. And then, you can wear it up. If you decide you want to wear it up, you certainly can. And then the beauty of it is the fur is up and it's very pretty. It's like got a fur collar. But that, you don't have to do it that way. That's just a decision that I made. You could do double layer. You could do all of those things. And I've seen different collars, different jackets that, you know, have decidedly done them different ways. The closure I used is these little fish hooks because I liked them, and I've seen them on jackets, and I just thought they were really cute, and they're really easy. So see that you could, I just decided that if I was wearing something again, I thought that was pretty. That's why I did it that way. It looked good and it was pretty. So those two reasons. Is that the collar in the fur jacket is just one layer, and what did you use for the closure? The fireman clasp. That's on, if you just search for fireman clasp on our site, it'll come up. And I put 3 of them. I don't think it matters how many you have. You know, when I wear a jacket, even when it's cold, I kind of have a tendency to just close my hands. I'm afraid of hitting my mic now. Sorry. I just kind of cuddle myself. Okay, where do you add for sloped back? Since there is a piece for sloped back, I think you probably mean rounded back. Probably. I don't know what sloped back is. I don't know that I've ever used that term, but let's say rounded back, since there's a piece on the upper back. No, you don't add at that seam. You add right, the seam's too low. You would add right through here. Look, I can draw on that suede. How's that? That's pretty cool. No, same place as you'd always add it. You ignore the seam. The seam is for styling. It's nothing else. You don't try to put fit into that seam. You don't want to do that. Did you increase the circumference on the yellow jacket to accommodate the fur? I didn't. I'm tempted to take it off and put this on just so you can kind of see it, because it's the same size as this one, the one I have on. I'm going to take this off. You're going to have to miss my microphone for a second. So just so you can see the difference. Ooh! Oh, I know, I left the mic. Oh my gosh, you know, it's like, I don't know where to even put this. Anyway, it's just one of those happy moments. And you can see that it's longer in the back, and I like that. It's just, feels like $1 million. It just feels like $1 million. So you can see that the size is no difference. It still gives me plenty of room to close it. The fur does not make a difference. The fur's not that thick. I know you might kind of think it is, but it's just not that thick. Any problem easing in the sleeves? No. I would suggest, I'm going to take that off and put this back. Oh my gosh, it's so warm. It's so cozy. It's so nice. So I would suggest, I forgot my mic, hang on. I would suggest you make, I always say this, but I'm going to say it again, that you make just a regular jean jacket first, just like the one I did. The one I have on is the one I did first. Just make it, it's going to get you used to the pattern. It's going to get you familiar with the pieces. You know, that would be my recommendations. You'll ease in the sleeve. It's a blouse sleeve, so you'll see it eases in very easily. You'll get familiar with any nuances. You know, that would just be my suggestion, to just go through and get yourself familiar with the pattern. Then move to fur, or then, you know, move to the next step. Did you make the fur coat a size larger? No. But you can, I just didn't. Okay. Any other questions on that? We got that covered? Okay. Okay, so that's the fur. Then this one I made, the one I have on is 5961. And what I love about this fabric, if it's gray and it's brown at the same time. And so it becomes very versatile in a wardrobe. I fell in love with this fabric when we first got it. It is a faux. It's a faux fur. And I just love it. And if you notice on the front here, when you top stitch it, That actually looks like piping, but it's just top stitched, because when you top stitch fur, and it's a very short fur, it's not like this, but when you top stitch it, it just kind of made it looks like piping, but it's not. It's just, but see, again, when you do this, you can get down the sizing, how it feels, how comfortable you are, what you like, all of those things. And so that's why I would suggest you going with, just make a regular one first. And then with the cuffs, I wanted to show you in general, like, you know, this is when you do the cuffs, you do the slit, you know, the whole thing. And so I wanted to show you, because on the fur, you don't have to do all the parts and pieces. So I brought a couple blouses, and neither one of these blouses are expensive. I mean, they're both expensive. You know, Johnny, anyway. And so what you can see is sometimes at the bottom of the sleeve, they'll just do a gather. And I think that looks nice. I think in a jean jacket, it'd look really nice. You don't have to do a gather all the way at the bottom. I brought this one so you could see that you can do just a straight sleeve and then do a gather up. And I think it'd be cute to have a little jean jacket that had a little sleeve like this at the bottom. Not gathered at the bottom, but gathered, you know, maybe like 3 inches up, and then let it hang down. So don't not make a jean jacket because the sleeves are a problem or because the collar is a problem. You just kind of figure out a way that you don't have to do that. And then it gives you an option, and it gives you a really good look, and it's very unique. And there's lots, when you look for jean jackets and talk about jean jackets, there's lots of different options out there. So don't feel like one way has to be the way that you want to do it. I was thinking the denim jacket was cute for an accessory and not for the front closing. The denim jacket is an accessory. It is an accessory. I always wear mine open, except when it comes to this. I always wear mine open, but I could close this if I wanted to. If I didn't have my battery pack in the back, I can close my jean jacket. The size I choose, I can close. But I don't close it, I wear it open. I do the same with coats. But again, I'm living in Dallas, Texas. I'm not living in Minneapolis. Sorry for you living in Minneapolis. I just know the weather in Minneapolis is pretty chilly right now. And so where you guys button coats. So I don't know, I just don't necessarily do that. And even if I am wearing a coat and if I'm in a cold environment, it's just for a really short period of time, an hour, 2 hours. I'm not living in it and doing all those other things. So you guys choose the size according to what you want and how you wear it and how you want it. There is a common alteration that I've seen, that I have done for many of you in classes who have done jean jackets. And you can see that when I have my jean jacket and it's open, you can see that it's straight down the front. You want that, even if it's not closed, even if you leave it open. So some of you, when you put on your muslin, when you make your muslin, it will pair out. It'll go out. And it's not even because it doesn't go around your hips, it will just go out. And that's a dart, it's a depth issue. And right here at center front, you're going to take a dart and you'll taper it to nothing over at the side. Mine doesn't do it because it doesn't do it because my bust isn't that big. But sometimes if you have a larger bust, it will do it. And just that's the way to fix it. Just do it in your muslin. You can't do it after the fact. You've got to do it in a muslin. Okay, very easy. How many skins? Oh, sorry. Could we see a close-up of the collar? Yeah, the fur collar maybe? Maybe the fur collar? Sure. It's hard to see with the fur, to be honest. Can we get that? Just tell me where you're at, Brett. There you can see where it's the right side of the collar against so the suede side of the collar is against the fur side, against the inside of the jacket, is the way I did that. So that when it went back like that, all you saw was that. So I'm going to leave it there and let me know when you've got that. Okay, how many skins do you use to make that? I used 9. I know, it's not about your size versus mine, it's just a gauge. Yeah, no, that's okay. I wouldn't have answered that. I wouldn't have said, I would have told you I used 9. It was 6 to make the jacket, 6 to make the jean jacket. And then I used 3 to make that longer length, 2 in the back. So that, see, that what I'm saying is the longer length took up quite a bit. So 6 to make the jacket, and I pieced the bottom band. I did piece that, so I've got a seam at the back. I didn't have a skin big enough, even if I had cut that first thing off the skin. Cut your larger pieces first. Let's see, I'm missing all these questions. I'm sorry, let me spend a minute on questions. Was there a reason to do left over right in the front? To do left over right? No, it doesn't matter. It's whatever. I mean, women's is one way, men's is another way, but it's whatever you feel comfortable with. Are the buttonholes bound? There are no buttonholes. Did you make your top? Yes. With a faux leather that is 58 inches wide, do I go with a 60-inch amount or add amount of yardage? Okay, so I think that what you're referring to is how do you figure out yardage? You can go with 60 inches if it's 58. It won't be that big of a difference. But then I would, well, with a faux leather, no, faux leather sold by the yard. You don't have to do any conversion with faux leather, unless I'm missing a question here. Can you get closer up to the top stitching? Cameraman, can you get closer up to the top stitching? It's just top stitching. If you can't, I mean, it's just top stitching. Oh yeah, maybe for something else. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and have a drawing. Can we do that? Yeah, everyone who's registered or signed in or any of those things, you're going to type, are we ready? We've got a little, we're going to give away the 914 because this double-breasted asymmetric is also really popular. And I could see making the double-breasted in the fur. I think it'd be a great look, especially if you could just add that piece to the bottom again. And that way it would wrap. It would be a really pretty little wrap fur. It'd be beautiful. And keep in mind, even though the skins are $30, boy, that's cheap in what they are. I know you still have to spend money, but man, I had so much fun making that jacket. Every little piece I kept showing everybody. Look, look, it's actually becoming a coat. It was really fun. Okay, so the giveaway is 914 and 314. We're going to give away both of them. So the code that you'll push in is the 3 numbers is 914. So 914. We'll do that for a little bit. And I don't have a copy of the pattern with me. Sorry. 914 and 314. 314 is a kimono sleeve. No, it's a raglan sleeve. I'm sorry. It's a raglan knit top. It's cute as can be. It's a great, great top. It's a quick make, and it's cute. And it has side panels that are darker than the center panels. It's on Fit to Stitch. It's not on Silhouette Patterns. It's only on Fit to Stitch, and it's under the donation. So if you haven't got your pair, we've shipped everything. It was a pre-sale. Those 2 patterns were a pre-sale. We've shipped everything. We shipped it out a while ago. But we do have, I don't know, maybe a dozen leftover sets. So if you haven't got a set and you want a set, you can get that and we'll ship it out. Okay, and that all goes to PBS. That's all PBS. PBS is going to gift you all a jacket, and whoever wins, a jacket and a t-shirt. Okay, so do you guys know how to sign in? You got to sign in through YouTube. Yes? Yeah. And the code is 914. The numbers are 914. Only do it once, just 914. All right, we'll give you a minute so we make sure that you all get a chance to win. Okay, so what I wanted to show you is how popular lace is this spring. It's popular now for winter, but it's always way more popular in the springtime, especially early spring. And the lace combination with fabric is just perfect for the jean jacket. It's just so pretty. Do we have a winner? Are you going to let it go for a minute?
Whatever you want.
Does it look like everybody's got it in? Okay, yeah. Let's call a winner and see who that winner is. That's okay. Judy. Judy, let me look and see what the last name. Cookie? Cookie? K-S-K-I? Judy K. Ski. Judy, you'll know who you are. Judy K. Ski. K-S-K-I. Got it. All right, you won. Congratulations. Yay. All right, so you know the rule. The rule is you just email me, say, hey, I won, and send me your address. All right, good for you. I think that's a great win. It's a $30 win. That's a nice win. Okay, so now let's look at some pictures. We're going to go backwards a little bit. Can we do that? I know we're keeping you really busy. Everybody's on their toes tonight. Especially for our first webcast back. It's like, whoa, we forgot how to do all this. Let's go and put up picture number 1, please, because I wanted to show you a few things with jean jackets in general. Okay, so here's, and jean jackets a lot of times are denim, but I want us to get out of that where they need to be denim because it gives us so many opportunities. And honestly, the beautiful thing about a jean jacket is that, gosh, it can be out of scraps, you know, because a lot of times we pick out fabrics and we love the fabrics, and a lot of times we pick out the colors that we like and they match and yada, yada, yada. So you could easily, you know, pick up scraps and make the jean jacket. It's really kind of fun. So I wanted to show you this leather, I'm sorry, the lace and denim, because I just think that's adorable. And I've seen it done in several ways. Well, this jacket right here, no, not this one yet. Go back to, yep, that one. So I did this, and the 2 fabrics I used were 6075 because I was in love with this navy lace. I'm absolutely in love with this. It's not really lace, but it's just pretty. And then 5926 is the base that I used. But there's a new base. There's lots of navies we have. It will match with so many different things that you do. But I just wanted you to see how it looks. It's really beautiful on. And it's such a feminine look. So you want to just make sure, the only thing I would suggest to you is that you rotate your substantial pieces. So let me just kind of explain what I mean by that. So for instance, your front piece I did in lace. And the next piece you need to be substantial. And so you want to do it in your solid. I did the facing in substantial just because it's got to hold the snaps or buttons or whatever. So you can't really do lace on lace. I mean, you can, y'all can do anything you want, but then you've got to consider what are you going to stabilize the buttons with. So then I did lace, and I just think about it all the way around, and then I did solid, and then I did lace, and then I did solid, and it allowed me to do lace at center back. And that's what I wanted. Everything is substantial. The collar holds all the lace in part. The sleeves are lace. The cuffs hold, again, all of that is held in place with the cuff. When I did the little placket, I did the substantial fabric. You could have done lace, but I thought, you know what, when you look at that, even though it's all lace there, it looks like there's some fabric in there, so I thought it's not going to hurt visually to have that placket be the navy. And then of course the bottom band would be the substantial again, because the lace would be see-through and I don't know that it'd be really pretty. So just kind of think about the big picture before you get started, and then decide which one do I want to do and where. And I think they're very artistic, they're really fun. Again, the fabrics are 5926 is the solid blue and 6075 is the lace. And this lace is just really, I know, I don't think they ever shows up how pretty it is. I just think it's beautiful. I just really, really like that. And again, I thought this blouse was a good one to put under it. 617, it's Mark's Twisted blouse. I thought looked good under it. I thought this looked nice under it too. This is 719 Diane von Furstenberg's blouse. And then I put Patty's Princess Seam, which is what I have on, 120 under mine. So I think there's lots of variety and lots of options that we can do. I put 125 underneath this one. So, but there's so many options of what we can do. It's really endless on that. Okay, So I showed you how to cut the fur. I want to make sure that you can simplify the cuffs. They don't all need to be, you know, with a cuff. If you do a jean jacket, you don't have to go through the placket and all that if you don't want. You can simplify it and make it easier. And I think it's much better to get a jean jacket out that's maybe got a gathered sleeve at the bottom, which I think would be adorable if it had gathers here and then just the sleeve there, than not get one out at all. What's the fabric number for the jacket you're wearing? This is 5961. This is just a faux fur. And like I said, it's kind of a brown and a gray mixed together. And you could make it gray, you could make it brown, you can really make it either one. Okay, how we doing? All right, this is not a faux leather, this is a real leather, but I put up a couple faux leathers. When you go through and do skins, you take you convert everything to inches. So you take your back of your pattern. We're not going to do this because I don't have a calculator here. The back of the pattern says, we'll say 3 yards. And so you turn that 3 yards to inches, which is, could you do this in your head, do you think? We got some mathematicians here that can do it in their head, which is 3 yards, I think, is 108 inches. Yeah, 108 inches times the width of the fabric. So this is, for instance, calling 3 yards 60 inches wide. So 108 times 60. And then you divide. So you take your width in inches, you take your number of yards in inches, you times those together, and then a square foot is 144 inches. So you divide that number, the width times the length, you divide it by 144 and you end up by square feet. And then the skins are they're about all 4 square feet. And that's how you can tell how many skins you need. And then I'd probably get 1 extra, maybe 2 extra, depending on your budget. But you can always do fun things with skin, that's for sure. Okay, if you're dealing with a faux leather, you don't even have to do the calculation. It's just in yardage, just like anything normally is. The faux purple that we have, the faux navy, and there's like a really pretty faux cream. It's beautiful. So those are just yardages, and those are easy enough because it's like my faux fur. I use 2 yards on this particular one, the shorter one, okay? Okay, how much fabric for the jacket you have on? I use 2 yards. I use 2 yards. How do you finish the seam allowances on the leather? So I didn't. You don't have to worry about it. You can see by looking at this, nothing's finished. See at the bottom where I just left it. It's just a cutting. The cutting is really important. Do you want me to show you that cutting again, or you guys got it? Tell me you have it. You just can't go through and just cut. If you cut, you'll ruin it. You'll get the haircut. I think I showed the little hair. Let me show the little haircut. Yeah, see, look. That's not what you want. You can't cut through it. You just slip your scissors underneath the skin, not the fur. There, and then the fur will go over the edge, and you don't need any finish there. It's fun. It's really fun to work with. It's a whole new medium. I think that's what I love about it. It's just it sews just like normal fabric, but it's just a whole new medium, and it's just really fun to work with. And we always talk about, does sewing save us money? I mean, we always talk about it here in the store on Saturdays. Oh my goodness, like honestly, I haven't seen anything like this for under $10,000. I looked at Neiman's last week. I went to Nordstrom's. I mean, I'm looking at the high end, admittedly. But I saw one by, what's his name? Brunello Cucinelli. It was $30,000. It was $30,000. Like, I actually took a picture of the price tag because I just couldn't believe that's what it really said. And I didn't want to stare too long, but I thought, I'll just take a picture and then I can go stare privately. It was $30,000. A coat, $30,000. But, it was real. I get that. So, if I use 9 skins and they're $30 a piece, you're talking $270. Is that right? 9 times 30 is 270. So, the savings are substantial when you talk about saving money on something that's so beautiful and just so enjoyable. Okay, it's not lined. No, you don't want to line it. Are you kidding? The whole reason you want this beautiful stuff next to you. It's like crawling into bed, only it's better. So no, you definitely don't want to line, not when you're paying this much money for this dual-sided suede fur. Some is suede, some is leather on some of those furs. So if you look at the different colors, I think I can't remember, some is leather, like the red I think is leather on the backside. It'll say leather, suede, it'll say leather or suede in the description. So some is suede and some is leather. I just love this suede. And I decided I wanted suede, but that was all that I started with. Okay. If you would like the jacket longer, how would you suggest doing it? Well, let's go back to that picture a minute. That's kind of why I showed you that picture. Let's go back to picture number 3. And see, I really saw this. This is a Ralph Lauren. How much was this jacket? It's expensive. Just denim. It's denim. $700 for denim. Denim is one of the cheapest fabrics we have. But anyway, I just love this look. And I liked how, the thing I really liked about it is if you just look at the top, it's just a jean jacket, and then they've just added on that section to the bottom. I had wanted to make mine longer, but I just had to think about how did I want to do it. So make your jacket. If you want it closable on this size, make it closable. And then that's when I took the 920 and just took the bottom of the 920 and just added it on. I just cut it and added it on. And that's it. And if you're not certain, do a muslin first. Just do a quick muslin. You only need the top and the bottom. You don't need the sleeves. Make sure it closes. Make sure it, it hangs the way you want it to. It's really easy to do that. Okay. Seam question. Oh, seam question was for the pink jacket. I'm sorry. And what was did you finish? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you finish the seam allowances on the pink jacket? I did not. Oh, how did you finish? So if we look inside this jacket a little bit, we'll kind of take you inside. I left them, I didn't even serge them. I just literally left them wrong. So the whole thing was done on a sewing machine. Which, if I did it now, I would go back and do it on the serger. But a lot of you don't have sergers, and it's okay. But pretty much the whole thing is finished. The front facing comes in and finishes the front piece. I mean, even when you open it up, it looks really nice. But there's no lining like in the sleeves. There's no lining. And I top stitched everything on here, as you can see. I don't know if you can come in and see that close on this top stitching. I actually top stitched. This is like a thickness. It's not thick, but I think it's just because the density of the fur. But because the leather is so thin, and I matched the top stitching, and if you come in, I don't know if you can even get in that close, but if you can see that when I didn't want to serge anything, because when I sewed it, I opened up the seam and I top stitched each side of that. So every seam was done like that, where I opened it. Now, when you're doing that, this back seam is not done that way, because you can only top stitch, when you have a 2-piece sleeve, you can only top stitch one of the seams. And it's typically the front seam is the one that's top stitched. So you do the front seam first, you open it, you top stitch it, and then you do the back one. That's where the placket goes. And you do not top stitch that seam. You can't top stitch it. You can't get in there to top stitch it. You can try, but you can't, and it's not done that way. So again, with this one, in the front I top stitched this one, but when I did the back seam, I just left it. It's just sewn and left. Okay? Yeah. Is it possible for you to purchase more of the fur? Shoot me an email. I know New York has some colors, and just tell me what you're looking for and how many you're looking for. Just shoot me an email, because it went really quickly, and I understand. So I don't know what they have left. I just got it in last week. We just put it up, so it's gone really fast. So just shoot me an email with the color you're looking for and how many skins you're looking for, and we'll see what we can do. Did you use a size 10 needle or a larger one? No, I used a 70-10. Same needle I use on everything else. I didn't change my needle size. You could though, you could go to an 80-10 if you wanted to. 70-10 is kind of an all-purpose needle. 80 is a little heavier duty, but it's up to you. I have the attitude if my needle breaks, I needed a new needle at that point. I don't change my needles like every 4 hours, or I don't do that. When it breaks, I change them. Can you leave the faux leather raw? Sure, absolutely. I think the faux leather, honestly, it looks like leather, you guys. I know you haven't seen it up close, but it's stunning. So yeah, you could absolutely leave it raw. What kind of animal is the pink jacket from? This is a lamb. This is what's called, it's called a laminated lamb. So it's just another procedure that they do after they tan. And it's a little more expensive. Anytime you put more processes on leather, it goes up in price. So the lamination is a little more expensive, but I just really liked it. Is the waistband on both jackets exactly at the waist, or is it 2 inches below the waist? Boy, that 2 inches question is really, it's not exactly at the waist, it's a little below the waist. You don't want it to go right to the waist. It will look too choppy. You want it to go a little below the waist. If it needs to be exactly 2 inches, no, but it needs to be below the waist. Is that piping on the band? Is that piping on the band of the pink leather jacket? There's no piping on the band. No, it's a zipper. It's the zipper because it comes over here. So this is a double, this is the pink jacket. This is 914. This closes over here and this zipper zips up so that if you want to, you know, wear the collar up, you can, and all of this closes. Okay? So that's all it is. It's just a zipper. Okay? Is there a reason you didn't top stitch the waistband on the fur jacket? No. No, I think I wasn't really wanting to top stitch horizontally. I did on the yoke, front and back, but other than that, generally I don't top stitch horizontally. Typically, whoops, I'm losing my little girl here. Typically. And I felt like it had such a vertical look, I wanted to leave it like that. But I also decided that if I wanted it, I could always come back later and do it. So I just did. I have a pattern question about the leggings. Where can I email you? So Thursday night, just go on Thursday night. You can email me, Peggy@silhouettepatterns.com, but Thursday night we're going to have a question answer. And if y'all will come with questions, I'll give you the answers. Okay, and if I can't give you the answer on Thursday night just because I don't know everything, the following Thursday, that's what I'm going to create is a video on the answers so that everyone will learn from your questions if that's okay. Okay? May we get a close-up on how you did the lace? Sure. Sure. I say sure, but camera person, would you give a close-up on how we did the lace? So this is just really pretty. It's a navy solid and a navy lace. This is just really easy to do. So I'm not sure if there's specifically something you're looking for. You know, you just want to have enough. The lace is not stable enough to, it's stable. It's very stable, actually. It's very easy to sew with. But it's not heavy enough to hold a snap. Or, you know, you can't sew two unstable edges together. I'm going to call it unstable just for argument's sake. So you don't want to sew, well, that's not true. I just decided that the lace was lighter and I wanted to make sure that like the collar wasn't lace. Because, you know, when you put two layers of lace together, I don't think they necessarily look really pretty unless they're identical, unless they match. So it was just easier to put the solid here. So that's where I chose to put the solid, and then the lace went everywhere else. Okay? Okay. Are we good? All right, I think you all know everything I know. I don't know anything else. When you're wearing your jacket, I did make a choice in doing a you know, a top that was longer than the jacket. I like the look. I did it here too. So I think it was a shorter little jacket. I think it's just really youthful. And yet the jean jacket really, I think it penetrates all ages. I don't think there's anyone who doesn't, at any age, who doesn't look good in a jean jacket. I think that's why I wanted to kind of start the year off with it. Plus, they're just extremely popular out there. So the goal is get your pattern, get your fabric, just have some fun. And just come back and ask questions and don't be afraid. And Thursday night, we'll ask questions. And if you have any, we'll see you there. We had a winner, okay? No, just the one giveaway. We had the one giveaway at the half-hour mark. It was for 2 patterns. We gave that away to, I can't remember who the winner was already. To Judy. Yeah, we gave that away. I can't find 914 on Silhouette site. That's because it's not. You have to go to Fit to Stitch, and you have to go to the donations. The 2 are there. They're both together. You can't buy one without the other. Both of those are for $30. There's no shipping on them. $30 is the total. Okay? And we appreciate your support very much so. We're getting ready for to ship out series number 11, which we're really excited about. We're just waiting any day. We should hear from PBS. It says go. Everything's ready. We just want them gone. And then we're getting ready to ship. We're getting ready to film. We're getting ready for series 12. So, oh my goodness. Anyway, the goal is happy sewing. Anything we can do, we're happy to do it. We really appreciate you all. It's a wonderful new year. Here we are 10 days into a brand new year, and it's exciting. So happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns, and we'll see you on Thursday night. Just me. None of the fancy guys. So if we have problems, I'm in real trouble. Last week, y'all were really patient, but I think I got it. I think we got it figured out. I had some help, but I think this week I'm on my own. They're telling me that I know it all now, which I so don't. It feels the same as me telling you, you guys can do it. You can do it. I'm like so scared behind the camera and everything, and I don't know if I can do all this. And they're like, you can do it. And I feel just like you all with me telling you, yeah, you got this. I'm like, no, I don't. Can you make the jacket itself longer rather than adding a separate amount at the waist? You know, you can do whatever you want. I just don't feel like a jean jacket, it's another jacket. It's, you know, if you want to make it really much longer, it's your jacket. You can figure out how to do it. But keep in mind that this piece right here is converging. And if you make it too much longer, it'll completely come to a point. So I didn't really think about how to do that. So it's your call, whatever you decide to do. Buttons or snaps. I did snaps. I did clasps. I did snaps and snaps. I guess I'm a real snap person, but those no-sew buttons are great. They just take longer. The snaps are really fast and easy, so that's why we got snaps. Has pattern 900 shipped? Yes. The pattern of the month shipped out today. It's the 10th. They all went out. The mailman took them all away. All right? All right. So we'll see you Thursday night. Happy sewing, everybody. Bye.